Hey guys, it is Wednesday here in West Virginia, and this is a video on another part of my collection. It's the display case that's usually in the background of most of my videos that I do right here on top of this little dresser cabinet thing. And then it is also the cars from my other Hot Wheels display case, and I took them out to rearrange the display case in front of us right here. And the other display case is up on a very high shelf, so it's really hard to video that one. So I figured while I was rearranging some things in the display case here that is visible, and I had the cars out of the other case, I would go ahead and show you guys the other part of my collection. You've seen the whatever that is, a china cabinet, whatever you want to call it, with the Mopar diorama with Mr. Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge, and a lot of my other like boxed Mopars, and then the Christine collection, and even my small little action figure collection of the Predator. So that part you've seen, and then the 124th that usually sits here, and the old barn diorama that sits here, you guys have seen that in past videos, so I don't have to have that here to show you guys. So the other stuff, this is pretty much it. Since I got out of collecting and sold everything in the I think it was this early summer of 2022, and then I started collecting again in December of 2022. And I collected throughout, well, actually, pretty much, it was probably March of 23. I bought some stuff when I was in the Philippines the last month, December and January. I picked up some mini GT stuff and brought back with me. But that's pretty much it. So I think right now my collection is about 250 cars that are solid pieces that are staying in my collection. Some stuff is debatable, so usually I don't show that in the video. Sometimes it does get mixed in, but I try to keep it out when I show you my videos of my collection, my keepers. So anyways, I'm going to take this camera off the stand, and we're just going to go up here. Then, yeah, I think you guys have seen him before. That's the Nika dancing, humming Gizmo. It's like, I guess, the 1-to-1 size. I guess that's how big Gizmo would have been from the movie. And then you have this, my little 3D puzzle with some Nissan sitting in front of it from Hot Wheels. Just main lines, but the LBWK one, Liberty Walk silhouette, is the one from the Team Transport. Then you have some Monte Carlos from Johnny Lightning, and you have two 87s, the Aero Coupe, and one Coupe, and the others are 78, 79, and an 80. Then moving down to the display case here, we have a lot of items from RLC. The 69 Chargers, every release from RLC, and then the lowriders from RLC, the 64 Impala, those are both releases so far, and the 75 Monte on 3-wheel is the first and only release so far. The 79 Monte is from Johnny Lightning, and then you have some RLC 454 SS pickups. Those are the two releases so far from RLC. A Super Treasure Hunt 60, I think it's 67 C10. Then your RLC Tradesman, Dodge Van. Some Tarmac, wide body LBWK Hellcat Challengers. Then you have your slammed Autoworld lowrider pickup from some car show. I cannot remember what car show that was. Then you have your last pink party car of 2023, which was the 62 Ford. Then you have your LBWK wide body Aventador from Hot Wheels Elite, and then the Huracan from Mini GT. Then you have an LBWK and a Pandem Rocket Bunny A90 from Mini GT, and then some higher end Mini GT R35s, the Advan, the High Wing Zero Fighter, then the Magic Purple, and then the pink one with the silhouette kit really isn't that high price yet, but I look for it to be in the future. They're all starting to grab people's attention and such, so it's a good idea to get these older ones while you can. Then we have all 8 of the 63 Polaris from autoworld. Those are all the releases to date. Then we have an M2 Hemi Barracuda, which is the way they came right out of the factory from Hurst and Mopar, with gray primered body and a black gel coat fiberglass front end. Then you have the 100% 63 Plymouth. Sorry for moving around so much. It's hard to hold this camera still. These are from the 100% Reggie Jackson set, and then the 100% black box with Dick Landy. That's the silver one. Then when they re-released the casting with a sealed hood, and then the bumpers were made to the base, that is from your Garage series back in 2011. They have another one. I think it says Hold Tight or something like that. It's all lettered up and painted up as like a super stock car from the 60s, which is pretty cool. May try to pick that up someday. Then you have the Drag Strip Demons, the last release of them, with the Gasser Nova wagon, then a Boulevard Gasser Nova, and then you have 2 wheel swapped Gassers, and to my surprise, they're releasing the Volvo as a Super T-Hunt this year for 2024, so that is a must-have for me. The wheel and tire combo actually looks really good on it, unlike the Cyclone. The Cyclone's okay, as you see up here. It's just that, I don't know, the tires are a little bit low profile in the back and such, and the wheels in the front are a little bit too deep dish. The wheels that they have on the Volvo look really good. They're kind of set up like this Psycho Cyclone, the Garage Series one. So that's going to look really good on that Volvo. That's a must-have this year. I'm not too big on the pink windows and the teal body, but hey, back in the 60s, they did tint the windows sometimes the body color or the color of the car that they were running. So that's not unheard of, so it's not really like fantasy. So it's okay. But we'll have to see what the final production looks like. I think that is it. The one that we're seeing on like T-Hunted and on Lamley, some of the pictures. I think that is the final production, but we'll have to see. Then we have my favorite version of the 55 Gasser, and it's not because I don't have the Candy Striper. I like the Candy Striper, but this is my favorite because the wheels and tires are most accurate on this. You have the front smaller wheel that's not deep dish and big in diameter like on most of them. The only other Gasser to run those front wheels was the Super T-Hunt from, I think, 2014. And that one was great looking, except the back wheels and tires were a little bit too short. These ones are perfect. The height, and these are even new style tires. They're cheater slicks with the white letters on them. They look great, and they even did the headers with the bluish, purplish tint, like how chrome turns after the engine's been fired up, and you have the fire going through them. It turns the headers an off color. So that one is very cool, the dirty blonde. Then you have a 66 Nova Gasser. That's one of the last releases from RLC. Then you have all 4 releases so far of that new 40 Willys Gasser from Hot Wheels RLC, and then there's one convention release. And so those are the 4 so far. Then the 33 Willys pickup. That is the first release of it. They have a black with flame variant from Team Transport coming up, which is awesome. I got to get that one when the price comes down, or I can find it at Walmart. So here's the 2 Hot Wheels box sets of the Skyline with the 32, 33, 34, and then the Hako, Camry, and C210. And then in front of that C210, you have the Pop Race Boso Zoku variant of it, and it's almost the same size. So Hot Wheels did pretty good with the scaling on that C210, in my opinion. Then you have a Mini GT collaboration with Tiny in Hong Kong for their rollback Isuzu. Then you have some Mini GT R35, the ER34 from Hot Wheels from the Boulevard series, some more Mini GT R35s, and A90 Supra, both of the R32s castings from Mini GT. Then you have both white R34s from Mini GT, the one with the carbon hood, one without. And then the top secret S15, the Pop Race Hakosuka, and that's the only one that I have doubles of in my collection. Everything else is single, or I modded a second variant of it, and I have one of those to show you in just a minute. Then you have the Tokyo Drift, Formula Drift S15 and R35, and then the purple chrome one, the latest variant, the Pandem S15. Then you have one from Tarmac, that's your S14, the Kaido House R33 and Tubbs 510, and then your 240. And this is another older release of the R35 from Mini GT that is your Philippine exclusive. And this R35, I look to go up in price soon because of the livery on it, but it hasn't, which I was kind of surprised when I bought mine. I got it for $10, so I look for those to go up in value. And then there's a ducktail of the Magic Bronze, which is pretty rare. I'm surprised it's not worth more. Then we have the autoworld 69 Kingswood, my only Country Squire wagon because of the paint job. I love black on red muscle cars. And then you have your OBS M2, and then a 4x4 of the square body. And then we have that wheel tire combo thing I was telling you about. It's the same truck, but I body swapped one with a slam base. So I have the slam version and the 4x4 version, which I thought was pretty cool. And last but not least, my other Elite Series Hot Wheel car. And it is the, well, Hot Wheel truck, I should say. It is the Land Rover Defender 90, which I thought was pretty cool. And I know I had somebody comment the other day on this video, and they're right. It was overpriced at $20, but it's still pretty cool, nicely detailed. It's probably, I don't know, like a $10 car. Because you see what Pop Race is giving us for $15 each, that C210 and that Hako, which is amazing. And then Mini GT is giving us a lot of nice, highly detailed cars. No opening parts, but still, sometimes that's better. The ones that do have opening parts, the Kaido House stuff is usually around $15. So for Hot Wheels, demand $20 for their Elite stuff. It's a little bit pricey. So I agree with whoever left that comment. So guys, that is it for the remainder of my collection. I will be back again on Friday to crack open another Mini GT R35 for the collection. And I have an R34 to crack open, but I'll be doing two different videos. So we'll get both of those to you this weekend starting on Friday. Thanks for watching.